Should you lift light or heavy load for building more muscle? This is where it gets confused. People usually say it depends on exercise selection. No, it doesn't. Range of motion. No, it doesn't. Your anatomy. Still no. Mind-muscle connection. It's complicated, but it's a no. Your technique. No. And lastly, rep ranges. And that's the only yes here. You see, I have a different definition of light versus heavyweight training. The only thing that builds muscle is tension, mechanical tension, and that is experienced by your muscles. You see, your muscles are experiencing this tension by pushing your sets close to failure. But you can't increase mechanical tension, you can only increase the amount of muscles that are experiencing it. And this is also the reason why, if you are natural, it is exponentially important to push yourself to failure. So if you understand the principle, you will quickly see that the only thing weights are influencing is the amount of reps you can do. Weight is going to be relative to the muscle, but we can always call it heavy or light. Let me give you an example. A lateral raise is going to hit mainly your side delts, and even though the delts are the largest muscle on your upper body, this weight is not going to be impressive. But look at the shoulder press. You will be able to use more than just the lateral head, and now you can push way more than your body weight. Isn't that impressive? But let's be honest, you don't care about the boring biology. You only care about getting jacked. So now you see why exercise selection is not going to influence it. Pick any exercise and you can pick up a weight heavy relative to that, where you can only do 5 to 9 reps. And as long as you are getting 5 reps, you are getting the maximum amount stimulating reps, as in those reps that are building muscle. Again, your range of motion is not an issue, but if you are using an exercise when you need to use a bigger range of motion, you can still pick up a weight that's relatively heavy and do it in a 5 to 9 rep ranges. And your anatomy is going to be the same. What if your arms are longer? Yes, your bench press is going to go through a larger range of motion. This only means one thing: you're not going to be an elite level power lifter. But since you only care about getting jacked, it doesn't matter. You get 5 to 9 reps and you are going to grow. Mind-muscle connection, when it gets really interesting. I will probably make a whole video about this, but what do you think? Is it important for muscle growth and why? But just to stay at the topic, you can still pick up a heavy weight and do 5 to 9 reps here. And the last one is your technique. We don't do 1 rep maxes because that's awful for building muscle. But if you can't maintain your technique in an exercise, that's not necessary because of the weight, or is it more likely that you never learn proper technique nor have a good body awareness? And that's pretty common. If you want to build the most amount of muscle, you have to push your sets close to failure, but I'm going to go as far as to say to failure. Try it. You are currently under training. Let yourself be conditioned to hard training and think of the weight as a rep range determiner. If you do that, you can never be confused about this topic ever again. Talk to you soon.